Hi there, Cancer. Thank you for joining me for your monthly forecast for October. This month sees in its first half Venus, the planet of love, moving through the most glamorous part of your horoscope, with Mars, the planet of drive and desire, in your sector of relating. It could be a relationship that's going to be very much the centre of your focus. If you're footloose and fancy three, I think this month is going to give you a lot more push to reach out and try to connect with other people. But whatever your circumstances, the month does begin with quite a sensitive new moon right at the heart of your situation. And because you're ruled by the moon, this is particularly relevant for you because it combines pretty well with Jupiter, the planet of growth. And something around your personal life, I think, can change in October. And it could be around where you live, how you live there, or who with. It could be that if you have a young offspring, they may be about to leave home, giving you a bit more space. It's possible that you could be redecorating or moving somewhere completely different, getting your first foot on the housing ladder, renting a new apartment. Any of these things are possible. You may want to redevelop your existing abode with a new kitchen or a new bathroom that makes it more comfortable and a more endearing place to be. And you could also be inviting people to your property and playing host, particularly in the first week or so, when Mercury continues to work through a very quick-witted part of your scope, which can make you a sharp communicator and great fun to be around. But once Mercury moves on the 7th into the more reflective area that the Sun is located within, and also Jupiter, I feel that you may just want to step back a little bit, but it's important not to become defensive about your interactions with others, because Jupiter is clashing with Mars in the first 2 weeks of this month. And it's possible that as much as you want that change around your relationship or where you live, how you go about it is going to be the key. So tactics is going to be key to this. And your enthusiasm could be boundless, but you can't just expect other people to fall in with exactly what you want. So a degree of diplomacy and sharpening up your listening skills is going to be something to really work at this month. Now on the 16th there is a full moon which is going to be electrified by the unpredictable energies of Uranus. However much you may find yourself at the core of this month, the middle 2 weeks, wanted a bit more time for yourself to think, to reflect, to work on those personal issues, to think about relationship matters. Something in your outer world may call out for your attention. It could be a boss who wants to change the format of the way you work, or an organisation. It could be a new job opportunity which may shake up the foundations of your world because it calls out for some kind of change. And once in week 3, you have the combination between Mars and Pluto in Capricorn, there may be a political issue around a relationship which becomes a lot hotter and may need to be looked at once and for all. Pluto is about change, it's about transformation, but it's also about truth. And whether you want to look at this issue or not, something may conspire to make you, and that could be a little bit uncomfortable, or perhaps you're going to find that you're going to push it a little bit more. Generally, Cancerian people avoid confrontation, but Pluto has changed you quite a lot in the last 7 years, and you've been more up for being more in tune with what you want from situations rather than what other people expect of you. But of course, there is a balance to find. Now, Venus, the planet of relating, moves out of the delicious zone it occupied in the first 2 weeks on the 18th, and it goes into a more practical area. You may need to be a bit more realistic about the give and take in relationships. If you can do this, perhaps the clash of wills that I think is possible in week 3 could lead to some kind of liberation or improvement of a situation. With the Sun and Mercury moving on the 22nd and the 24th, you're going to start to feel more outward going again, more playful, more in the mood to socialise, and think more about how you can connect with people. But at the same time, Mars forges an awesome right angle to Uranus in the last week. And if something is still out of kilter, then it could come dramatically to the fore. And it could be around a work relationship, a professional situation. It could be around a very, very personal tie. But whatever happens this month, I think the most important thing is to try to develop the more emoting part of your scope and your personality. Although you're ruled by the moon, sometimes the crab-like side of your nature means your hard shell can come up, you can protect yourself, you can keep how you feel hidden away, and that may be a lot less possible this month, as situations and other people just demand that you come into the middle and don't in any way, however unknowingly, have a need to always be kind of in control. Other people are going to want you to be meeting them halfway, and that is the nub of this month. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.